Hey guys, Duelmaster9563 here, and today I'm going to be talking about making Crystal Beasts competitive. This has been something that many people have tried to do, and many people have failed at doing it. Nobody has ever come up with a good way to make Crystal Beasts a competitive deck. It is so far forever known as a casual play only type of deck. They are known for not being able to run any traps, which already puts them at a huge disadvantage against the current meta, and having a boss monster that's impossible to summon. You need all 7 Crystal Beasts on the field or in the graveyard to summon him, and that's almost impossible. There's been very few people who can actually pull that off. So, I was looking through my Crystal Beast deck that I run, and it was the first time I ever actually paid any real attention to Rainbow Dragon's text that said you need all 7 Crystal Beasts in the hand or graveyard to summon him. And I was thinking, well, if I can just get them in the graveyard, I can possibly summon him, and I have a great chance at having this impossible monster as my boss monster. And then I was thinking of different ways that I could send my Crystal Beasts to the graveyard, but there was nothing really fast enough to do that. It would either require me summoning them and torrential tributing, or some crazy method like that to actually get them from my deck to the graveyard. And then I thought, well, maybe if I add a different type of monster to the deck, I can get this to work. So, I was looking through different monster effects, and then while I was playing on YGO Pro, I played against someone playing Lightsworns. That gave me a brilliant idea. Put Lightsworns and Crystal Beasts together. Now, what this does is, first off, this entire concept is just theory only, might not actually work. I've been testing it, but the results are 60-40, 60% of the time I win, 40% of the time I lose. But if I can use Lightsworns as a milling agent, as like a milling engine to get my Crystal Beast from the deck to the graveyard, I can summon Rainbow Dragon. However, this also comes up with another issue of accidentally milling away that Rainbow Dragon that I needed. Or what if I mill all of them but one, and then at the end I don't have the last one in there to finally summon Rainbow Dragon. So I've just been testing it out on DevPro. Unfortunately, I can't show you any pictures because I don't have screen recording software. But I'll just go over what my current deck consists of, and I'll throw in a few comments. So, first off with this deck, because you're using Lightsworns, it also gives you the ability to use Judgment Dragon in here as well, so you have an alternate win condition if necessary. So, for this deck, I run one Rainbow Dragon, who is the ultimate goal of this deck, is to have him hit the field. 1 Judgment Dragon, your secondary win condition, your second boss monster. 3 Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, because Sapphire Pegasus has that great ability of special summoning more to the field. And even though this deck still is focusing on just getting them to the graveyard, I use this just so I can use cards like Crystal Raigeki, Rare Value, or if I want to, I can even go for the actual all 7 Crystal Beasts on the field type approach to getting Rainbow Dragon. So, he's the first Crystal Beast that I run in here. Then I run 1 Amber Mammoth. I only run 1 of him because he's not as important, and his effect of drawing in attacks away from other Crystal Beasts is okay, except for the fact that I'm also using Lightsworns. So, if they wanted to attack my Lightsworns, they could, and he could do nothing about it. So he's just in there, 1700 beater pretty much. That's the only reason he's in here, and besides from needing him for Rainbow Dragon. Then I run 2 Topaz Tigers. Topaz Tiger, I run 2 of him because he's needed for Rainbow Dragon, and because he can become a 2000 attack when he attacks, so that's pretty good. 2 Cobalt Eagles, I use 2 of them because I can run my Sapphire Pegasus Cobalt Eagle loop of keep bouncing Pegasus back to the top of my deck, so that way I can just keep adding Crystal Beast to my Spell and Trap zone. I run 1 Amethyst Cat, has the ability to attack directly, but otherwise it's useless. One Crystal Beast Emerald Tortoise, also one of those cards that's just there for Rainbow Dragon. And Ruby Carbuncle, also just there for Rainbow Dragon. I only run one of them. So that's all I actually have in here for the Crystal Beast portion. So then I'll go over for the Light Sworns. I already told you about Judgment Dragon. So then I run 3 Jane Light Sworn Paladins. So with him there, he can become 2100 attack, but then he also has at the end of my turn, mill the top 2, so that's 2 cards per turn. Run 3 of him. 3 Layla, so that way I can get back row removal on them, and then at the end of my turn, I mill 3. 3 Aaron Lightsworn Monks. This one has a bit of piercing, and then, well, not piercing, no. When I attack defense, I can bounce that back to your deck, and then at my turn, I mill 3. And then I run 3 Reiko Lightsworn Hunter just for the destruction factor of it, and when it activates, I mill 3. So, in total, that's total 25 monsters, and it's a decent balance. Let's see here, there's 13 Light Sworns in total, including Judgment Dragon, and then for the Crystal Beast, that would be 13? No, 12. It's either 12 or 13. For the Crystal Beast, including Rainbow Dragon. I only run 10 spells in this at the moment. This is still just my test deck. I run a Solar Recharge, so I can draw a couple cards, and then I can also still mill. Crystal Blessing, so I can put a couple Crystal Beasts from my graveyard back onto my field if necessary. Rare Value, if I have 2 Crystal Beasts in my Spell Trap Zone, my opponent gets to pick one of them to destroy, send to the graveyard, and then I get to draw a couple cards. I run 2 of those. I run 2 Monster Reincarnations in case I mill JD or I mill Rainbow Dragon, I can get it back. I run a Foolish Burial to send whatever Crystal Beast I might be missing in the graveyard to the grave. Charges the Light Brigade, I run one of them. So that way I can mill a few, and then I can bring one of my Light Sworns out to help. Burial from Different Dimension. This card is very important in this deck because I'm running so few Crystal Beasts. If your opponent deprisons one of your Crystal Beasts and it happens to be one of the ones that only has 1 copy, you're screwed. I ran into that issue last week when I was testing this deck, but when I only ran 1 of each Crystal Beast, and he deprisoned Pegasus, and I was completely screwed, because the next turn, I had Rainbow Dragon, I could have summoned it, but it was banished. Even though the Lightsworn engine speeds up this deck dramatically, it can still be slow compared to how the meta is now against E-Dragons and all of that. So I run a Scapegoat for quick defense, and that's it for my spells. Then I run 5 traps at the moment. 1 is Draining Shield. I only play 1 of those. It's an underrated card. Not many people seem to use it, but it's a great way to keep my life points in check and to give them a quick boost. A Mirror Force, just for that added effect. And then at the moment I run 3 Rainbow Gravities. This card is also very important because, let's say you milled all your Crystal Beast and your Rainbow Dragon, and it's near the end of the duel and you have no other cards that you can use to get back. You already used both of your Monster Reincarnations, you can't get back your Rainbow Dragon. This is the card to use because if you have 7 Crystal Beasts either on your field or in your graveyard, and you activate this, you can just special summon Rainbow Dragon from your deck or your graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. So this also means if you haven't milled your Rainbow Dragons yet, and you don't want to wait to draw it, and you have all 7 of your Crystal Beasts in the graveyard already, you can special summon it right then and there. Same goes for if Rainbow Dragon got destroyed somehow, like if it was Torrential Tributed when it was summoned, you can activate this card and you can special summon it again. So that's in there as if you manage to summon it and they somehow destroy him, you can just bring him back again. So that's what I run in this deck. At the moment, there's no extra deck. This is one of those decks where it's just focused on the Crystal Beast. You can always throw in some rank 4 XYZs or some rank 3s, and it will add to the deck dramatically. It's pretty much just one of those, this is, how do I describe it? one way to possibly make Crystal Beast competitive. Now, there's several other options you can do to this deck. I've been testing it out with different amounts of Lightsworn, different amounts of Crystal Beast, but this is the one that's been working for me the most. I've had 11 duels with it so far, and I've won, I want to say, what was it? Yeah, seven times so far with it. Then it does have a few weaknesses, like what is it? Chaos Sea Dragon. That one is killing me because they're able to just dominate before I get a chance to do anything. Anyways, yeah. So that's all I have for this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.